You've wandered through the labyrinth of your own psyche, peering into the shadows that linger just beyond the light. You've unearthed hidden fears, confronted buried truths, and yet, here you stand, feeling a weight that doesn't quite belong. You expected abundance, a rush of joy, but instead, a stillness envelops you, heavy and unyielding. Like standing on the edge of a cliff, the promise of flight feels tantalizingly close, yet you remain rooted in uncertainty. The world around you buzzes with possibility, but your heart beats to a different rhythm, one that echoes with unanswered questions. You ask yourself, why does it feel like I've done everything right, and still I am lost in this moment? We confront the paradox of transformation. The deeper you dive, the heavier the shadows can feel. What if this is the beginning of a deeper awakening? Maybe you've chased after dreams that glittered only to find them lacking substance. The hustle culture, with its relentless push and urgency, promised fulfillment, but now it feels like a mirage ever receding. You've fought hard against the tide of family conditioning, of societal expectation, but the victory feels hollow, doesn't it? This dissonance, this aching confusion, is the sound of a belief system crumbling, the old narrative shattering under the weight of your unfulfilled longing. In this liminal space, where the familiar dissolves, Carl Jung might have suggested this is the moment when the self you've been projecting starts to fade. It's not that you're broken, it's that the mask you wore has finally begun to slip. The persona, that crafted image of who you thought you needed to be, is losing its grip. This numbness, this bewildering state, isn't a sign of malfunction. It is the necessary emptiness that precedes reconstruction. You may feel like you're wandering through a fog, but perhaps this is an invitation to delve deeper. Consider the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. In the chrysalis, it undergoes a complete dissolution, a shedding of its former self before it can emerge anew. This is the essence of awakening, not a straightforward ascent to joy, but a profound descent into the depths of your own being. As you stand at the edge of this abyss, the place where old identities fade away, remember that this confusion is not a void to be feared, but a fertile ground for growth. You are shedding layers that no longer serve you, unraveling the threads of a life built on external expectations. The numbness you feel is the silence before a symphony, the stillness that holds the promise of a new melody yet to be played. This phase, this sacred emptiness, is a sign that you are on the cusp of something greater. It is the dying of a version of yourself that no longer fits in the world you are beginning to perceive. Embrace this moment as a necessary passage, a rite of transformation. The awakening you seek is not just a rebirth, but a death that paves the way for a more authentic existence. So, as you sit with this discomfort, know that it is the precursor to your liberation. You are not malfunctioning, you are evolving. Allow the layers to peel away gently, for in this delicate unraveling lies the truth of who you are becoming. The journey through the shadows may feel daunting, but it is here that you will find the light of your true self, waiting patiently to be unveiled. You're not lost. You're in between realms, suspended in a delicate balance of dissolution and emergence. This moment you're experiencing, this numbness, is the chrysalis. It is the ancient alchemical process where lead is transformed into gold. In this cocoon, you are not failing, you are fermenting, preparing for the metamorphosis that awaits. Within you lies a depth, a richness, patiently waiting to unfurl, and it can only do so when the ego's grip loosens. Consider the myth of the hermit in the cave, a figure who retreats into darkness not out of despair, but to seek wisdom. In that solitude, he confronts the shadows that linger, those parts of himself that have been cast aside. The cave is his sanctuary, a womb of potential where he sheds his old skin. So, too, are you invited into your own cave to face the truths that may feel uncomfortable. This is not punishment, this is preparation. The pain you feel, the confusion that envelops you, might not be the end of your story. It may very well be the door to a new existence. Jung spoke of individuation, the process of integrating the fragmented aspects of self. This journey is not about erasing those shadows, it's about weaving them into the fabric of your being. Each thread of fear, doubt, and anger contributes to the tapestry of who you are, a complex masterpiece that is still in the making. As you navigate this uncharted territory, remember that you are not alone. Many have walked this path feeling the same weight, the same disquiet. They too discovered that in the depths of darkness, a flicker of light emerges, a realization that you are more than the roles you've played, more than the expectations placed upon you. You are a soul in search of its true expression, an artist of your own life. Embrace this time as a rite of passage, a necessary descent into the underworld of your psyche. The shadows are not your enemies, they are guides. They lead you to the hidden parts of yourself that yearn for recognition and acceptance. In acknowledging your shadows, you reclaim your power. Each layer you peel back reveals a deeper truth, a resonance of authenticity that vibrates within you. So, as you stand on the precipice of transformation, allow yourself to feel the weight of this moment. The heaviness you carry is not a burden, but a promise of renewal. You are not broken, you are evolving. The cocoon will not hold you forever, it serves to prepare you for the flight ahead. Take a deep breath and listen closely. In the silence, there is a whisper, a gentle reminder that you are on the brink of something profound. This is the shift, the transition from confusion to awareness. You are not merely unraveling, you are remembering who you truly are. Allow this seed of clarity to take root and prepare yourself for the journey that lies ahead. The path may be uncertain, but it is yours to walk, and every step brings you closer to the light that awaits. But why does it still feel so heavy? What is this invisible weight that clings to your spirit, draining your essence and clouding your vision? This weight is your shadow, the darker, neglected parts of your psyche that have been repressed and hidden away. According to Carl Jung, the shadow encompasses traits, traumas, and truths that we've pushed into the depths of our subconscious, far from the light of awareness. In your journey, you've buried these fragments to survive, but in doing so, you've forgotten where you placed your fire. This emotional numbness you feel isn't an absence of feeling, it's an overwhelming surge of emotions trapped behind a well-constructed wall. The self-sabotage, the chronic fatigue, the shame that grips you like a vice, and the fear of both success and failure, these are the manifestations of your shadow, desperately seeking acknowledgement. You may have felt disconnected from your desires, as if a part of you has gone missing, leaving you unable to care as you once did. Imagine this. Your heart, once a vibrant flame, has been smothered under layers of denial and expectation. You've convinced yourself that to feel deeply is to be vulnerable, and so you've constructed walls that now echo with the memories of all that you've suppressed. It can feel like a fog, thick and suffocating, but it is more than mere confusion. It is memory, a longing to return through the cracks of your carefully managed life. Jung teaches us that to confront the shadow is to embrace the wholeness of our being. Each fragment you've cast aside holds a piece of your identity, and in reclaiming these parts, you begin to weave together the tapestry of who you truly are. Your current state, chaotic as it may seem, is a crucial rite of passage. It urges you to explore the depths of your psyche, to face the shadows lurking beneath the surface. You are not broken, you are in the process of becoming. The heaviness you carry is not a burden, but a promise of renewal. It whispers to you, inviting you to delve deeper and to seek understanding in the chaos. As you reflect on these shadows, allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise. What have you hidden away? What truths have you neglected in the pursuit of survival? Recognizing the shadow is not an act of judgment, It's an act of compassion towards yourself. It's a gentle invitation to understand that you are more than your fears and doubts. You are a complex, multidimensional being capable of growth and healing. As you stand at this threshold, allow the recognition of your shadow to guide you to the next step of your journey. Embrace the curiosity that stirs within you. What if this inner turmoil is, in fact, the key to discovering your authentic self? What if, by facing the unseen, you could finally unlock the abundance that lies waiting within? The journey ahead beckons, and it is time to step into the light of your own truth. On one side stands your ego, a guardian shaped by the old rules of survival, success, and identity. It clings tightly to familiar patterns, performance metrics, and the masks it wears to fit into a world that often feels unforgiving. The other side, the emerging self, whispers new truths to you. These truths are unclear, yet undeniable, urging you to break free from the confines of your past. These two parts of you are now locked in a struggle, neither is fully in control. You want to move forward, but something holds you back. Your body is here, but your soul is somewhere else, longing for a connection that feels just out of reach. You crave silence, yet the stillness feels suffocating, filled with the echoes of your unacknowledged desires. This tension is palpable, a visceral sensation that reverberates through your being. Carl Jung spoke of this tension as the clash between persona and self, a crisis that precedes integration. Friedrich Nietzsche highlighted a similar struggle, contrasting the Apollonian drive for order with the Dionysian pull toward chaos and authenticity. Gabor Mate illuminated the divide between the true self and the adapted self, born from trauma and conditioning. Each thinker provides insight into the emotional turbulence that arises from this split: guilt for wanting more, indecision about which path to take, resistance to change, confusion over your true identity, shame for regressing into old behaviors, and grief for the version of yourself that seems to be fading away. This emotional cost is heavy, weighing you down like an anchor. You feel exhaustion, as if you're being pulled in two directions at once. Self-doubt creeps in, whispering, "Which part is really me?" It's easy to slip into the belief that you are broken, but I assure you, you are not. This division is not a sign of dysfunction. It is a necessary and sacred part of the journey toward individuation. The breaking of an inner shell is painful, but it is also a vital step toward becoming whole. You are not failing. You are mid-transformation, navigating the difficult terrain of your own psyche. This split is a reflection of your growth, a testament to the depth of your inner world. Each part of you, the ego and the emerging self, carries wisdom and lessons. The ego's caution is born from experience, while the emerging self yearns for liberation and authenticity. Both are essential to your journey, and both deserve compassion and understanding. Embrace this tension, for though it is painful, it is also the doorway to alignment. It prepares you for the integration that lies ahead, setting the stage for a more profound understanding of who you are and who you can become. As you recognize this internal war, remember that it is a reflection of your desire to evolve, to reconcile the fragments of your identity into a harmonious whole. The path may be fraught with challenges, but every step forward is a step closer to your true self. But what if this tension wasn't the end of you, but the start of something more real? This chaos is not destruction, it's initiation. You're not breaking apart, you're breaking open. In this moment of disarray, the fragments of your being are beginning to converse, not fight. This is the alchemy Carl Jung spoke of, where the dissonance within you becomes the crucible for transformation. Healing isn't erasing the past, it's reintegrating it. It's the process of bringing the unconscious into conscious awareness, as Jung would say. It's allowing the true self to emerge from beneath the layers of adaptation, as Gabor Mate suggests. It's about embracing the full spectrum of your humanity, light and shadow alike, as Nietzsche proposed, recognizing that the path to power lies in the acceptance of all that you are. So, let's reframe your symptoms. That confusion you feel. It's not a sign of failure, it's inner reorganization, a creative tension that signals the beginning of alignment. Apathy, it's the birth pangs of a new set of values forming within you. Guilt, those are signals from your soul, gently urging you to shed false roles and masks that no longer serve you. And that emptiness, it's not a void, it's the fertile ground where your truth will grow. You are not lost, you are composting old selves into fertile soul. This is psychological alchemy, pain becoming presence. The discomfort you're experiencing is not a barrier, but a bridge. No transformation happens in comfort. Growth often wears the mask of grief, and when the soul reorganizes you, it can feel like falling apart. But remember, it's a deeper form of coming together, a sacred disarray that holds the promise of wholeness. As you navigate through this tumultuous landscape, allow yourself to feel the weight of what you carry. Each fragment is a messenger, a piece of your inner architecture that longs to be heard. Listen closely to the whispers of your emerging self, for they are the architects of your new reality. This journey of integration is not a race. It's a slow, non-linear process that asks for your patience and compassion. Prepare yourself for the next phase, where clarity begins to emerge from the chaos and new values start to take shape. Embrace this moment of uncertainty as an invitation to explore the depths of your being. The integration of your fragmented selves is the key to unlocking abundance, allowing you to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. In this sacred space of healing, you will find that the alchemy of your life transforms pain into purpose and chaos into clarity. Trust in the process, and know that each step you take brings you closer to alignment with your true self. Welcome this journey. It is the path to your authentic existence. An ego-built identity is rooted in roles, achievements, and the relentless pursuit of approval. It's a fragile facade built to please others and confirm societal expectations. But a soul-built identity, on the other hand, emerges from resonance, presence, and alignment with your innermost self. This new identity is fluid, authentic, and intuitive, allowing you to grow and evolve in ways that feel natural and liberating. Imagine you're designing a home for your soul rather than donning a costume for your persona. Instead of wearing masks to fit in, you're learning to become transparent, revealing the unique essence that lies within. What once fueled you may no longer have the same effect. Now you find nourishment in what feels true and resonates deeply with your being. This journey can be framed within the insights of Carl Jung, who spoke of individuation, the process of becoming the self. It's about returning to authenticity, as Gabor Mate suggests, and embracing self-creation and overcoming, as Friedrich Nietzsche articulated. Each of these thinkers emphasizes the power of this journey, underscoring that the path may be winding but is ultimately enriching. In practical terms, this shift manifests in everyday choices and behaviors. You might find yourself saying no to relationships that demand performance, stepping away from spaces that drain you. Leaving work that contradicts your values becomes an act of self-respect rather than a source of guilt. You engage in creating, resting, or serving not to prove your worth, but to express the depths of who you are. You might feel drawn to new hobbies, explore fresh environments, or engage in conversations that ignite your spirit, all without needing to justify your choices to anyone. This is what real freedom looks like, not chaos, but conscious creation. You're not reinventing yourself, you're revealing yourself. With each step, you're aligning more closely with your true essence, shedding layers that no longer serve you. As you navigate this empowering yet deeply human process, remember that rebuilding isn't linear. It can be messy, filled with moments of uncertainty and doubt. However, it is also profoundly liberating, allowing you to express your soul's desires more fully than ever before. Prepare yourself for the next stage, where this new self begins to connect with the world again. This reconnection will unfold through purpose, service, or expression. As you bring your unique gifts to the forefront, embrace this journey, for he is leading you toward a life that not only reflects who you are but also resonates deeply with the world around you. You're not returning to the old world, you're bringing something new into it. This isn't about going back, it's about going forward, but aligned. As you step into this new phase, external engagement takes on a different flavor. It's slower, but deeper. You become more selective, yet more honest. It's less about proving your worth and more about participating in life's unfolding. You embody the essence of Carl Jung's insights, where the self now interacts with the collective, like the archetypal return of the hero bringing wisdom back to the tribe. In your relationships, authenticity is no longer a lofty ideal, it becomes the foundation. You speak more truthfully, even if your voice shakes. You allow vulnerability to be your strength, knowing that real connection thrives on honesty. The people you attract resonate with your truth, and you let go of those who needed your performance to feel validated. In your work or creativity, you create without asking for permission. It's as if you've tapped into a wellspring of inspiration that flows freely from the depths of your being. You walk away from roles that no longer honor you, crafting a life that reflects your innermost desires. Each brushstroke on your canvas becomes an expression of your evolving self, where life is no longer an argument, but a work of art. As you engage with society, you find peace in simplicity. No longer hungry for applause, your presence becomes a gift to those around you. You respond to life with presence, not reaction. You lead by living, not by persuading. You embody the teachings of Gabor Mate, where your authenticity becomes a healing force, a medicine that nurtures not only you but also those who cross your path. This is where healing becomes transmission. Your truth radiates outward, inviting others to step into their own authenticity. You feel the sacredness of your interactions, recognizing that each moment holds the potential for profound connection. Your life transforms into a canvas, inviting you to explore the colors of your experience without fear of judgment. You've stopped asking, "What do they think of me?" and started asking, "What wants to move through me?" This shift allows for greater resonance with those around you, creating a community grounded in shared values and mutual respect. As you prepare for this next chapter, the spiritual and symbolic life beckons. Inner guidance whispers through the quiet moments, leading you towards synchronicities that affirm your path. You step into a soulful participation with the universe, where every action is imbued with meaning. Embrace this sacred expression of your being, for your truth is medicine but only if you share it. This is your moment to shine, to illuminate the path for others, and to celebrate the beauty of your authentic participation in the world. The journey of integration continues, guiding you toward a life rich with purpose and connection, where your essence unfolds in ways that honor both yourself and the collective. This is the awakening to the symbolic life, a profound psychological state defined by Carl Jung, where you no longer interpret the world only literally but start to see it metaphorically, archetypically, and synchronistically. It's not superstition. It's a deep form of psychological and spiritual intelligence, a way of perceiving that invites you to dance with the mysteries of existence. In this new dimension, dreams become portals of emotional insight, whispering truths that your waking mind often overlooks. You may find recurring symbols or numbers appearing in your life, echoing internal shifts and guiding you toward understanding. Gut feelings arise, leading you to right actions that resonate with your true self. You may stand before a piece of art or lose yourself in nature, feeling as if these experiences are speaking directly to something deep within your soul. Navigating this symbolic life requires stillness, a sanctuary for self-trust, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. It's about connecting to a deeper self beyond the confines of the ego, where you learn to listen to the pulse of your inner wisdom. Jung reminds us, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. This journey is an invitation to step into your authenticity, where the unconscious becomes a creative partner in your existence. You stop asking for signs, yet you start seeing them everywhere. Instead of interpreting events solely through logic, you begin to feel their shape, their pattern, their pull. Life stops being a problem to solve and transforms into a poem waiting to be translated, inviting you to engage with its rhythm and flow. This is not a passive experience. It is participatory, a call to co-creation, as life speaks to you and asks you to respond truthfully, not perfectly. As you embrace this symbolic life, it becomes clear that it is a natural next step after individuation. The self begins to dialogue with life through symbols, weaving an intricate tapestry of meaning that enriches your experience. You recognize that the messages you receive are not random occurrences, but reflections of your inner landscape, guiding you toward a more authentic existence. In this realm, the language of intuition, inner vision, and symbolic experiences is normalized and revered. Each shine, each synchronicity, becomes a thread in the fabric of your journey, enriching your understanding of who you are and where you are meant to go. As you cultivate this awareness, you prepare the emotional ground for what comes next. Step 10. In this next chapter, the symbolic life will lead you toward a life of contribution, not performance, but genuine expression. You will be invited to take all you've lived and share it creatively, truthfully, publicly, or privately, yet always consciously. This is where your journey culminates in a legacy, a testament to the truth you've uncovered and the beauty you've embraced. Embrace the mystery and let your symbolic life guide you toward a future rich with purpose and connection. You've traveled through the shadows, sat in the void, and listened to your soul's whispers, awakening to a deeper understanding of who you are. This journey has not been easy, but it has been essential. You have faced your fears, confronted your doubts, and emerged with a newfound clarity. Now your deepest truth is ready to be shared, not as performance, but as presence. True contribution isn't about perfection or applause, it's about showing up fully, imperfectly, and consistently. It's about allowing your authentic self to shine through in every aspect of your life. You can manifest this in countless ways. Consider embarking on creative projects that reflect your soul's voice, whether that be through art, writing, or music. Each creation becomes a testament to your unique perspective and experiences. You can heal and help others through your lived experiences, sharing the lessons you've learned along the way. Teaching, mentoring, or simply holding space for those around you are profound acts of service. Even the smallest gestures of kindness and integrity in your relationships and work can have a significant ripple effect. Each act infuses your life with meaning, creating a legacy that extends far beyond the immediate moment. Embrace the wisdom of Carl Jung, who taught us that individuation culminates in service to the collective. When the self becomes a bridge between inner and outer worlds, you are not just living for yourself, you are contributing to the greater tapestry of existence. The words of thinkers like Gabor Mate remind us that compassionate presence and authenticity in community are vital. Friedrich Nietzsche invites us to see life as a creative act of becoming, urging us to embrace our journey as an ongoing masterpiece. Yet, it's important to acknowledge the fears and blocks that may arise. Fear of judgment, rejection, or not being enough can hold you back. The resistance to vulnerability, or the temptation to retreat back into comfort zones may whisper doubts in your ear. But remember, your unique story, your lessons, your gifts are needed now more than ever. When you step into your truth, you light a path others can follow, illuminating the way for those still in the shadows. Legacy isn't about grandeur, it's about the ripples your presence creates. Each moment you choose to express your authentic self contributes to a larger narrative, one that inspires others to do the same. Your life can be a work of art and service, the testament to the beauty of being fully alive. This isn't a finish line, it's a new beginning. Keep growing, keep expressing, and keep serving from the fullness of your awakened self. Allow your heart-led actions to guide you forward, infusing each day with purpose and connection. As you continue this journey, remember that every step you take is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, creating a masterpiece that reflects the essence of who you are. So, embrace this calling. Let your soul's light shine brightly, and step into the world with the confidence that your contributions matter. Engage with your community, share your voice, and witness the transformative power of authenticity. The world is waiting for you to unleash your gifts.